Ngisondela kuwe ngifisa ukutshela ngisondela kuwe
Oh, Sugani Madoda. Beautiful, isn't it? She bravely delivers a new yet nostalgic project that pays homage to the art of live music and African jazz at a time when technology continues to overwhelm the raw authenticity that can always be experienced from the beauty of live music. That's Durban-based vocalist and songwriter Nosihe in her latest project, which is an EP titled Emotions Live. The project is released as a 5-track EP accompanied by a concert film in which she worked alongside bass guitarist Freeman Gumede, drummer Lesedi Tlholoe, pianist Sanele Phakathi and trumpet player Thabo Sikhakhane. Nosihe joins us on Zoom to tell us more about Emotions Live. A very good morning to you, Nosihe. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live. Hi, Nosihe. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Nosihe?
I'm doing very well, thanks. And yourself?
Not too bad at all. You just mesmerized us there with those, with that angelic voice of yours, and the melodic sounds beautiful, absolutely stunning. Now, take us back to how you first fell in love with music, and what was it about music that spoke to your soul?
I started my music journey when I was very, very young. I'm a pastor's kid, so it started in the house of the Lord. And I think I've never stopped ever since. I have just been singing for as long as I can remember. And it's the closest thing to breathing for me. I can't stop. If I stop singing, then I'll stop breathing.
Yeah. And what would you point out as some of the highlights of embarking on this musical journey?
I think I've been privileged to do so many beautiful things in my journey. I once was invited to sing at a centenary dinner for Nelson Mandela, and that was a privilege. I have been part of a children's choir in Pietermaritzburg, and I hope it's still going because that really fueled my journey.
Wow.
And just as the fact that I was able to be a part of one of the competitions in South Africa as well. And that also felt like a little bit of validation for what I was doing, because I'm so passionate about this thing of music, and music has always been giving me just beautiful gifts, and that's what I think I just love so much about being in this journey.
Now let's talk about the release of your EP titled Emotions Live and how that came about.
So, I've journeyed with these songs for so long, and I was always maybe just a little bit hesitant to bring them out. And over just a series of performing the music a lot, I decided to record it live with my band. And because I wanted people to feel the emotions. And so when people listen to this EP, it's actually live, and I was going through all those emotions as I was recording this project, and it gave me more than what I expected, and I just want people to enjoy those emotions that I was expressing on that day when I was performing this music.
Yeah, and speaking of emotions, I want us to talk about the significance of this title, Emotions, and what the inspiration is behind it.
Well, it's exactly that. My music has a thread. It speaks about the human in its whole entirety. I speak about human life. I speak about human experiences. And so, when you listen to the music, you'll connect emotionally with it. And that's what I hope. That's what I hope people will do. Will commit, and understand what I'm trying to communicate to them emotionally. And so there was no other name that I could give the project but Emotions. It felt very appropriate.
And how would you describe the sound on the project?
I'm an eclectic person. I like to gather a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But the sound of the whole project is definitely something that gives you a jazzy expression. I've given a jazzy expression to a lot of my music, which has just been the bedrock of the music.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's got this, it's got this propensity to just throw you into a trance, and you can just escape to a world that nobody can find you. And I quite like that about your sound. I mean, the project is also released as a 5-track EP accompanied by a concert film. Tell us more about this.
Absolutely. So I wanted people to be able to experience the visual experience as well as the audio experience. So, I am putting out a project. It's available on my website. But the fact as well is that you can buy the CD, so you can go on that trance-like journey audio-wise, and you can buy the concert film as well to just go on the visual journey that we were also taking people on as well. Yeah.
And Nosihe, you also pay homage to the art of live music and African jazz. Speak to us about this and why this is so important. I know nothing beats a live performance.
Absolutely. It is. I'm not saying that it's a dying art form, but I just feel like in jazz clubs, the attendance of people wanting to leave their homes is getting smaller and smaller. And for me, there was nothing more exciting than getting out of my house to go watch a live performance, And so I want to keep that culture alive, that culture of celebrating the live music, celebrating spontaneity, celebrating things that happen in the moment, and the beauty of what music can bring when it connects between the singer and the audience. That stuff is electric, and you can't replicate that on a different style if it's not live,
So Nosihe, do you have regular performances, or should we just wait for the joy of jazz? Where do you normally perform? Where should we see you in action?
Definitely, if you're following my journey on my social media platforms, you will find out what I'm up to. I definitely don't like to leave my people not knowing where I'm performing.
Yeah.
So, I will have my own performances lined up. I'm more of a recluse. I perform when the spirit comes over me to go and perform, Otherwise, you won't find me at regular gigs, but you'll definitely find me when I do, when I do have valuable performances that come my way. You will find me there. So just follow me on my social medias and you'll find out.
Please share your handles then.
Sure. So, you'll find me as Nosihe on Facebook, and you'll find me as Nosihe _ on Instagram, and as well as on Twitter, you'll find me as Nosihe _.
Great
Easy
stuff.
to find.
Great chatting to you, Nosihe. I really, really love this conversation. Thank you so much for joining us, and all the best in your work.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, great stuff. Well, that is Durban-based vocalist and songwriter Nosihe speaking to us about her EP titled Emotions Live, in which she worked alongside bass guitarist Freeman Gumede, drummer Lesedi Tlholoe, pianist Sanele Phakathi, and trumpet player Thabo Sikhakhane.